Dear students, I welcome you to another session on Sociology of Education. Today I am going to talk about the school organization. School is a micro-social system in which the younger generation or the children are educated and trained to achieve the national goals and objectives of a society. Every society has a unique set of goals and values and norms in which they want to train and educate their younger generations. So school provides that social environment, that first level organization in which children learn those basic values, those basic norms and those basic principles on the basis of which they are supposed to lead their lives, future lives, and they are supposed to perform and achieve their goals in the larger social and economic system of the society. So it's a micro social system. Now this school organization has, you can say it's a world, social world, micro social world. School is a micro social world. So it has three subsystems. If we look at the school from the systemic point of view, from the systems approach, the system of the school is then when we analyze it has three subsystems. The first is the academic subsystem of the school. Number two is the infrastructure and the financial and resource subsystem of the school, and number three is the administrative system of the school. So when we look at the Pakistani schools, we find that in the public sector, the management of the school is appointed by the government. In the public sectors, when we look at a public sector primary school, what we find is that its organization and their functions are defined and prescribed by the respective government of the province, whichever province, because since the 18th Amendment, the education has been devolved to the provinces. Now it is the provinces who look after the school education. Now, when we look at the organization of the primary schools, the different designations, different roles are defined by the school Ministry of the School Education. Then their functions are defined by them, their job description, their remuneration, their promotion policy, everything is defined and prescribed by the Ministry of School Education. At the academic level, if we start with the academic subsystem, the academic subsystem concerns itself with the delivery of the education, the process of delivery of education at the school level, and that includes the curriculum, books and the curriculum, number one. Number two, it includes the testing and evaluation and assessment system, and eventually the examination, final examination. And number three, it includes the classrooms, organization of the classrooms and the management of classrooms, how the learning in the classroom takes place. So these three areas are covered within the academic subsystem, academic function of the school in the public sector in Pakistan. The second important subsystem of at the school level organization is the infrastructure or the resources. From where the resources, there is a school, then how it is going to become sustainable, how it is going to become operational. The operation and the function of the school is, that requires finances. It requires cost, it requires money. You need to invest money to run the school. So as far as the public sector schools, the government schools in Pakistan are concerned, their resources and their infrastructures are provided by the government. They are provided by the from the national exchequer of the respective provinces. So the provinces, they through the Ministry of School Education, they are the elementary or the higher education ministry, they provide finances, they provide the resources as well as the infrastructure, the building, the classroom, the audiovisual system, the paper, all these things which support the process of education, the subsystem of education at the school level. The third important subsystem at the school level is the administrative system. Now, normally you hear that so such and such person is headmaster or the principal of the school, and such and such person is second headmaster or the vice principal of the school. Normally at the school level we have principal, then a vice principal, and then number of teachers, senior level teachers, junior level teachers, and the most basic primary level, class 1 level teachers. So it's a division. At the primary school organization level you will find 3 types of teachers, and then they are supposed to report to the second headmaster, and the second headmaster mostly looks at the administration, larger administration of the school, how the teachers are, how the classes are going to be organized, what will be the timetable, what kind of, how the courses are going to be breakdown semester wise, monthly wise, how tests are going to be conducted, how results are going to be combined, assessments and evaluations are going to be undertaken. All these things are decided by and administered by the second headmaster, and then second headmaster reports to the headmaster or the principal. So the principal followed by the vice principal, and then all the teachers reporting to vice principal, and through vice principal to the, there may be some clerical staff, there may be some support staff at the school level to help and run the affairs of the school, but it is very rare, very unusual to find the administrative staff at the primary school level. Mostly it is the responsibility of the principal and the vice principal to run the school administration. So these are the 3 levels on which the organization of the school runs and sustains itself. It is an interconnection of 3 subsystems: the academic, the infrastructure and the resource mobilization, and number 3 is the administrative. Now the second important question which comes to our mind, can come and which we can think about is that how far the community plays its role in the organization of the school in Pakistan, public sector school. So as far as I can see, hardly the schools are integrated with the communities. Communities do not take, if you go to the rural areas, people don't take interest in the schools, in the maintenance of the building, in taking care of the school facilities, in encouraging the students to attend the school. It's very, there is a cultural resistance in the rural areas, similarly in the urban areas. The infrastructure, the resources to maintain that infrastructure, the books, the provision of teachers, their cost and maintenance, everything is provided by the state in Pakistan. Everything is provided by the respective provincial governments, state governments in Pakistan. The communities have they have an indirect role that the money, the resources which are provided to the schools are, they are taken from the taxpayers' money. The taxpayers, they pay taxes to the government, and from that revenue, then the different departments, different ministries are run by the government, including the Ministry of Education, school education. But communities are not part of the decision-making process of the school, as we see in the American, say school system, or in the British school system. Right from the beginning, because the school is the, you can say it is the bedrock, it is the backbone of the educational system of a society. So it is very important that communities become integrated, and there are some kind of school boards who, in which representative of the people, they sit and they take part in the decision making process of the school. For example, what kind of curriculum is taught, what kind of books are being taught, what kind of values and norms are being taught, all these questions. Community, I think, should take part in it. But unfortunately, it's a hard luck that in Pakistan, communities are not an integral part of the school system or the school organization, and they don't take responsibilities. It is normally thought to be the responsibility of the government, and we have to bridge this gap. It is normally thought to be the responsibility of the government and the ministries and the provinces to take the responsibility of the schools and their organizations and their maintenance. So there is a gap between the community and the school organization and the government institution. We need to bridge this gap. We need to bring these three different sectors of the society together. And when these three sectors, the community, the government and the administration and the organization of the school, if they come together, we can multiply this synergy of the whole system many times. And our students and our teachers and our community can grow, and our students and our teachers can become more productive, more effective, and more result oriented than they are right now. Because they lack support from the community. Similarly, they also lack support from the government, from the state, because the teachers, once they are hired, then they keep on teaching the same material, the same books for the rest of their life. There is nothing new, there is no innovation, there is no invention, and there is no encouragement, and there is no support. Then there is no capacity building and training of the teachers at the school level. I mean, teachers also they are human beings, they need different kind of not only career growth and career capacity building, they also need other recreational and entertainment and personal and social necessities which they need to address and properly responded to. On the other hand, when we look at the Western schooling system in the UK or the USA, we find that at the state level, no doubt the funding and the resources and the infrastructure come from the state, but the community is integrated. There are school boards in which representatives of the community sit and they monitor and they watch and they evaluate the progress and performance of the school. They take part in the decision making system process of the school. They take part in the curriculum selection and design. They take part in the assessment and evaluation and other feedback mechanism of the performance of the school, with the help of which the school performance can be further developed and enhanced. So mostly at the council level, at the county level in America and in the UK, the councillors and the county members of the county, they are part of the school board, school boards, and they take part in the decision making process. While in Pakistan, in countries like Pakistan, I can talk about Pakistan. I don't know what kind of school organization is practiced in India, or what kind of school organization is practiced in Africa, public sector. I have no clue about that. I can talk about Pakistan because I know about the schooling system of Pakistan. So in Pakistan, communities do not take interest in the school organization and in the school system. So this is a big gap which the government and the communities and the school organization, administration of the school, they need to address to. Because if the people come together and cooperate with each other and take responsibility, particularly the community, we can outperform and we can produce innovative, inventive and pragmatic students who can then deliver when they go into the practical life, when they go into into the field, professional fields, they can become more productive and they can become more relevant and responsive to the overall national, economic and social and other objectives and goals. So these are the three important areas, and this is all about the school organization. Thank you very much. Now if you have any question, you are welcome.